My name is Gavin McGarrigle. I'm the Western Regional Director for Unifor, Canada's largest trade union in the private sector. Unifor represents workers in every sector of the economy, from transit workers in Vancouver to the Suncor oil patch outside Fort McMurray, to the auto giants in southwest Ontario, to forestry workers in Quebec and in the Sunshine Coast, fish harvesters in Newfoundland and Labrador, and the list goes on. We know what it's like to be at the table and bargain tough deals. Our members in the energy sector across Canada are at the bargaining table right now, fighting for a fair pattern agreement in the face of record corporate profits. All workers and their families in every region have a lot at stake in the fight against climate change and the efforts our governments must undertake to adapt our economy. And that's why we're pleased to be here today for the latest milestone in Canada's net zero journey. It's a journey that many of us in the labour movement have been pushing for a long, long time. It's obvious that there's been thought and consideration in the development of this bill, as we have been calling for. We're most excited to see the creation of a Sustainable Jobs Partnership Council to hear from those who have most at stake. Worker participation will be pivotal to the Council's success, and Unifor expects a seat at the table to share the perspectives of our broad membership. Workers and their unions deserve and expect a voice at the table at all levels. Nothing about us without us. The Sustainable Jobs Secretariat will effectively coordinate action to help workers between ministries. Supporting workers and creating sustainable jobs is work that cuts across all levels of government, and we're pleased there's a mechanism to align these efforts. There are important values that must guide the implementation of this bill in the coming months and years, because we've said for years that this is not just about new jobs. Our economy is undergoing tremendous transformation, and as this happens, workers will need programs and funding to transform many existing jobs. For workers in at-risk industries, they will need income supports, training, skills development, labour market mapping, and mental health supports, and will all have to be efficiently coordinated across many ministries, and communities will need the same support also. Second, as with any plan, talk is cheap. The stakes are simply too high to get the job done without a significant budget. This is an economic transformation, and no worker in any given industry or region should bear the brunt alone of what is ultimately a societal shift. Government can and must act with real funding and support for workers and their communities. As we speak, transitions are going on in various sectors, and this affects our workplaces. The targeted investments, support, and tools are needed right now, not at some unknown point in the future. And finally, we're eager to get to work with the government on concrete measures under an industrial policy that focuses on preserving and promoting good unionized jobs. Policies that tie incentives to union recognition and mandates to recognize and work with unions in all sectors. It's very exciting to see Canada join the ranks of many nations who have legislated a transition plan. It's long overdue, which puts an even greater urgency on getting started now. It wasn't very long ago that I stood here in Ottawa last fall with MP Charlie Angus and Heather Stephenson and Blake Desjardins calling for a clean energy plan. This is all part of the same urgent campaign for climate action and good jobs that our National President Lana Payne and the leadership of Unifor have been pushing for quite some time. So in addition to thanking Minister Wilkinson for his leadership on the Sustainable Jobs Act and Minister Reagan for his support and all the ministers and officials here today, I would also like to give MP Daniel Blakey a nod for his tireless work to get us where we are. We will always work to ensure that our members and their voices are heard at all levels as we continue this critical economic transformation in the decade ahead. Thank you.